Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to My Hero Academia. It is season 3 episode 12. As always, please be aware that the reaction itself is in my descriptions. There's a link, please just follow it and replace the circumflex dot parts with real dots. And you can see the complete reaction. Once you've done, feel free to come back here, hear out my thoughts about this episode because it was awesome. As always, I'm saying this all the last episodes, whatever. See you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. Now, wasn't that great? Seriously, that was so good. Oh my. We have already seen it, so let's go through it a little bit one by one, and there are 2 or 3 little points I want to discuss about. Let's just click through. Yeah, I was in the beginning, I wasn't sure who these guys were. It was pretty clear that those were some kind of officials, maybe politicians, but as we know now, those are kind of police officers or, the upper class of the police in possibly not only the city, I guess in all of the country here, in all of Japan. And they're thinking about what they will have to change. So they are aware that All Might is gone, that he's not able to do anything. And they, as they said, we trusted on one person. There was a mistake. I don't think so. I think he was worth it. So question is if the police will change how they act. And if this is for the good or for the bad. Because by the way that they talked, I'm kind of afraid that they will do some pretty stupid stuff. I can't put my fingers on it exactly what it will be. It just is a feeling, as though they are maybe doing something wrong, more like oppression and stuff like that. More like first strikes against villains, which could send out wrong signals. But we will see. Then we had this. They talked quite a lot. Yeah, then we had them in the hospital. We all knew that All Might is done. His body can't handle it anymore, and I guess it will take some time until his arm is healed as well. He was broken like the arm of Midoriya. If you think about it, it looked exactly the same. This like the bones were broken and the limb itself was kind of floppy and had this purple color that we've seen when Midoriya overused one of his limbs in the past. So that's what All Might did here as well, to give the last final blow. And Gran Torino is hurt as well. Seriously, I'm incredibly surprised how good and how effective Gran Torino as a hero still is. As a hero still is. He's pretty old, at least he looks. So it's a bit lucky that he just is injured a little bit. That could have been way more devastating what he took there as damage. So a bit of luck here. We learned a bit more about Nana. So if I got that correctly, the parents of Tomura died, or at least one of them died, and Nana put the kid in foster care. No, that's not correct. Sorry. She's a grandmother, and exactly, one of the parents died and the other one put it in foster care. So possibly to protect the kid from being recognized as someone related to Nana and to the parents itself. Because, we have seen things like Batman, we've seen stuff like superhero movies, and let's just say Spider-Man is the typical example for it. If a villain finds out who you are, who you really are, and in this society here, the heroes are not hidden, they are in public, so you know who the hero is, what his name is, where he's living, then villains tend to go after your family. So I see the reasons for it, but in this case it turned against them, because it made very likely Tomura feeling like he was left alone, and that's what All for One said to him. So you were left alone. No one cares about you. Don't worry, I'm here. That's how it worked. That's how he did it. So it possibly was a mistake. I see the reasons, but it possibly was a mistake. And I can see that All Might wants to go after him, but I don't see how you can, not even easily, but even with long time, you can convince Tamura that it wasn't meant negative. I don't think that's possible. At least not in an amount of time that is easily done. You would have to capture him and then keep him imprisoned and talk to him over possibly months or years. As I said, I don't think they will be able to sway Tamura back to the good side. I like the fact that they pointed a lot more about the families. They showed so much more about the families. So, and especially here Endeavor, and I just got the right picture. The fact that he doesn't accept this. That's the point. I discussed it the last time already. Endeavor is a kind of hero like Kachan in many ways, as I already said, who will not be able to accept being the number one because All Might simply can't fight anymore. He wanted to become number one because he is better than All Might, you know? He wanted to improve his abilities, to become a better hero, more effective, whatever, and then take over the number one spot by really being better, not because the other one had to step down. That's the thing. You know, if you have like a racing, people running or people playing some kind of sports, it is being number one when the others really did their best is something completely different than being handed the number one, the gold medal, because the others tripped and fell down, you know? So that's like, yeah, but I'm the first because the others were stopped somehow, you know? So it's not the same, and I completely see where he's at here. I like it because, as already shown in last episode, they show us more about Endeavor. Maybe we get a bit more growth in him, more background informations. Maybe, just maybe, there might be a chance that his son, Todoroki, and his wife may somehow reconcile in the future. Not very easy, not very fast, I guess. But maybe there's something. We had the awesome scene on the beach. It was just funny. That was just entertaining, because they were running towards each other like lovers. I really liked that they did this. Like they would fall into each other's arms, which they did in the end. But then All Might just punched him one time before doing that because he broke his promise again. But he is really happy for him. Both of them are crybabies, as am I. So what? And it is the beach again where we had this awesome training in the first season where Midoriya trained his body to be ready to even receive this quirk. So I like it that we went back there. We have the teacher discussion, so I'm still waiting what the director's powers are. I still don't know. I mean, we have seen some mentors, we have seen all of them having specific powers. He's the director of the school. And I still don't know what his quirk is. And that's like, what is it? I mean, is it just like being very good with analytics? Or I don't think so. Or is it just that he looks like he looks? Then that's a strange quirk. But on the other hand, it would show you that he is really good at his job because he got to the top to this job by possibly his own abilities. Talking about brains, you know, not about a specific quirk. Would be nice as well. But maybe in the future we will get a surprise and he's like, I don't know. Extremely OP. They talked about if they would let All Might go. And they didn't say it specifically, but I really waited for that. They were like, you're one of us. We are standing with you. Because that is the thing, if you're friends or if you have something like that here, the teacher's colleague in this school very much seems to consider each other as friends, as comrades. They're in the same line of fire. So it's important that you can trust each other, that you have each other's back. and they do this. They still keep on keeping All Might at the school, even if he lost his quirk, because it's the right thing to do. And it would be, in my opinion, a very bad sign if they would agree to public pressure and let him go. Because once this starts, then it feels like you can pressure them into everything. Right now, they have a plan, and they will go with it. And I think All Might is still very, very good as a teacher because he has the knowledge, you know? He has the experience, as most of the other teachers have. And he is still All Might. He may not have the quirk anymore, but he is the one that was and is All Might, even in his normal form, you know? So this was one part which I didn't see coming, and I really liked it. The fact that they went through all of the students' homes, especially that one. I was kind of waiting for more. Maybe we will get more in the next episodes. That would be great. I would really love that. I especially enjoyed this one here. So Kachan's mother is an awesome woman. I love her. She's just great, and I'm pretty sure that Kachan loves her. You don't see it here, but it is this kind of relationship where you can be sure that he adores his mother in so many ways. His father is very silent, more the one that's holding back. I like it. So they, when it comes to the typical scheme of what a family was perceived in the past, the strong male and the social female, it's kind of the other way around here. Although we don't know what exactly their positions are. But I like to see that she's having him on a short leash and he accepts it. I mean, he's grumbling and everything, but he doesn't do anything against it. She is the mother. She's the one that says what is done. And I love the fact that she realized, from what Eraser had said, that the school really, really cares about her son. And that's why she gives the school the acknowledgement that, yes, you're welcome to take my son. He's still allowed to go to the UA. So that was cool. I kind of asked myself if maybe Eraserhead might become something like not a prodigy, but like the mentor for Kachan. It would be interesting. Out of this, what happened here, you know? So, nice one. And we had Bakugo asking All Might later on, what is Deku to use? So this is an important thing. By that, I'm pretty sure All Might realized that Bakugo is on it, is on them, that something's going on. And I think he did not take it bad. Bakugo did not take it negative, that All Might did not give him a complete and full answer yet. I think in many ways, he has grown. And that's something I really like. You can see it in the series for most of the characters that they develop so good. Mentally and bodily, because in this scene, let me see it, when they were outside. Yeah, it didn't look like here. Yeah, this reminds me a lot on DBZ, you know, DBZ, on Dragon Ball Z. Because the skin, the muscles and everything that is shown here, he really looks a little bit like a young Dragon Ball Z character, you know? If you know who I mean. Not so young anymore. But you can see that he is more like a young man now. No more longer a child. In so many ways. So, great one. I really liked it. And a lot of comedic relief in him. It's always fine for me. And now to the scene. Okay. I did not see that coming. I was a bit surprised, but not so much, about the fact that Deku's mother denied the option to go for him to go to the UA anymore. I can see her reasons. I can see where she's coming from. And it is true that he injured himself so much. Midoriya hurt himself so much in the first 2 seasons, and in the third a bit as well. And the villains are going after the school. It's all so dangerous there. She is she's a lone mother. There's no husband around, no father around for Midoriya, so she has no one to talk about her fears and problems when it comes about to her son. And as even Midoriya stated in a bit here, he did not talk to her about this either. So he did not take, I wouldn't say he didn't take it serious, but he did not care enough about it yet. He did not try to convince her enough, you could say. So she had to come to a solution by herself, to a decision by herself, and that decision is, it's too dangerous for my son. Because of what he is doing, because the school and the teachers are not able to stop him from doing that, which is true. They didn't. It's not really their fault, as he even claimed. It's his fault, but in the end, they have the supervision. They have to be the ones stopping him from doing stuff like that. So, from what has happened, I agree with her reasons, although we know, watching it, more about the background than she does. So we know it was valid, it was necessary. But from her point of view, she wants to protect her son at all costs. And there are multiple things. She wants him to be happy, and she wants him to be healthy. Both of them are important. If he's dead, it doesn't matter if he's happy and the number one hero, you know? If he's dead, he's dead. So she really, not like, I maybe pushed him a bit, but mainly she supported him in his decisions to go to the UA, up until the point where she is, she has to weigh what is more important, his happiness or his livelihood. And she states, I want my son to live. I want my son to be safe, so I take him out of UA. That was an emotional scene. I can completely understand that. And there was a moment when Midoriya came back with this letter and pointed out that he will be a hero whatsoever. That was so great, because it shows his determination. It shows that he is the one who just wants to push for more, and he would be willing to do it on another school. And for a split second, I was like, will they do that? Will they do this split between all of his friends, all the ones we know at the UA, and him at another school, maybe just for some time, but that they are like separated paths for a while, and then they come back together? I really thought that might be an option, because with his determination and what he wants to do, he could do even that. Seriously. I really thought for a moment that it might be. And, well, here we go. Did not see that coming. I was genuinely surprised by that. The determination, that's it. As Midoriya has, the determination which is now shown by All Might, to really, whatever it takes, care for his prodigy. To really care for him, to make sure he will be okay, that he will be best trained. And he did not only bow before his mother, he fell to the floor. He did the ultimate gesture of respect, you know? Some might say he lowered himself. I don't think so. Yes, he did it on the first view, but by doing so, he immensely increased his standing with the mother, but with me as well, because he shows that he is so much more than just muscles, you know? I love this scene. It is awesome. It is great. He shows even more, because we have this background that Deku always wanted to be like him, wanted to surpass him somehow. And here he, the number one hero, says that he thinks that Izuku Midoriya is the one who will be the next number one hero. And he believes in that. For the mother, this has to be like, you know, a complete turn. When you remember the past of her son, looking up to him, and now the one that he idolized and she idolized in many ways as well. Bowing, lowering himself, and saying, "Your son is the one. I have 100% trust in him. I will push him to this, and I will watch out for him, whatever it costs." I don't know what to say. Seriously, it was just awesome. It was just a great scene. And it won her over. Because, as he said, don't watch the UA as it was. Have a look at it as I promise you it will be. We will be better. We will be better to make it better for the children. And the fact that she agrees means more, because it means she does not see her son. She does not see her son very often anymore. If he's sleeping at the UA, he will be possibly at home with his mother at the weekends, I guess. Hopefully. But apart from this, she will not see him. So she really gives her son away there. So I can understand that, as did all the other parents. That's one thing. The other thing is the Nomus were mentioned in the beginning. Thus, All for One is no longer around. I ask myself if they will be able to create more Nomus from the side of the League of Villain. There was this strange doctor who created Nomus, who kind of healed All for One. I guess he's still somewhere around, maybe. But the powers that were used for the Nomus that were inside made them so special, were transferred there by All for One. So I guess there will be no more Nomus in the future. And finally, we have All for One, who is, as we see, still living. I'm a bit surprised those restraints hold him. I can only guess they have something that kind of suppresses quirks. Because if they don't have, how do you keep people like that imprisoned? I mean, it can't be working. You need something that suppresses quirks. So I guess maybe the thing on his chest here, which with what he is tied, is maybe that. Looks a little bit like Racer X there, you know, like Professor Xavier. So I guess there's like a prison, like in Gotham, where you have all the super criminals and the big villains and everyone. Which I'm a little bit worried about, because what if whenever someone sets those people free? We have seen in Batman and the like what happens when these things happens. And there was a picture of this prison. There it is. I might be wrong. Tartarus, special prison for villain criminals. I might be wrong, but it looks like an island. And okay, there's a bridge to it, but I remember that there was the trailer for the movie, and there was an island as well. I guess it's not the same, but if so, that might give us a hint where it is. Just say. So, and we ended with him in the end giving the same point to his prodigy. Exactly, there we are. Next, it's your turn. So it's a handing of the torch for the villains as well, as we already expected. And as I say, if you have a look at Tomura, there's no chance he will go to the good side. Seriously not. So, great episode. I really liked it. Well, what will be the next one? I guess the next episode will be in the UA. And everyone staying there. So this means they will get dorm rooms. Will they have single rooms? Will there be two of them? Will all the boys be in one room? That might sound unimportant, but it will be really interesting to see if there are rooms for 2 or 4 people, who is in the same room with whom. Just saying like Deku and Kachan in the same room? Seriously? Or, stuff like that. So, that's it. I enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. As always, please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you next Saturday. Until then, my name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.